Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to give you an update on Sun Pacific Holding Corp, ticker symbol SNPW. Had a follower that requested a video on this particular play here, so we're going to talk about it briefly and give you what I can, just kind of my observations of what's been going on with them. I will break down the charts as always at the end. And just to reiterate, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. So make sure that you do your own due diligence before investing in any type of stock. So I'm on Twitter now with Sun Pacific Holding Corp. I've not heard really any type of PR or news, I believe, since they talked about how they inked a deal with Chase, and they haven't released the full details of that yet, which is kind of strange. But we did see that kind of with Genius Brands, is they had a deal with Marvel, but they had to go by Marvel's PR schedule before they could release it. So if the deal did happen, then that could be a possibility of why they haven't released anything as well, is they're going off of Chase's PR schedule. And so that could be a thing why we haven't heard anything, because as much as these people throw stuff out there and talk and everything online, I would think that they would be open to putting something out there. So I want to go through some posts that that show some encouragement, that I'm going to talk about a couple that kind of give me a little bit of concern as well, and then we'll go through the charts. Okay, so if we look here, this is back in March, and here's the what I was talking about. So thank you for waiting patiently. We've been preparing our latest SEC filings and positive guidance from our CEO. We can also finally announce one of our updates. We just inked a deal with Chase for our smart solar advertising division. Okay, and still really no details about that just yet. This is our latest PR, covers our expectations and positive guidance on SNPW 2021 recent agreements and project updates. We'll look at that here in a second and see if we get anything out of it. And it says, thank you for coming along on this ride with us, onward and upward. Okay guys, so here's the it says positive outlook for 2021 driven by new partnerships and project launches. So the proposed 50 mile wide solar farm project in Durango, Mexico continues its development after a delay due to COVID-19 and is currently undergoing a financial review with a selected EPC and funding group. The partnership is targeting a financial closing and commencement of construction in 2021. So that's one thing to keep an eye out for. The company's membership with Geopath is expected to support a strategy for expanding our market reach to targeted advertisers in the OOH industry by adding the company's subsidiary Street Smart Outdoors Corp inventory to Geopath's Insight Suite. We should witness enhanced metrics that are key to advertisers, both local and nationwide, that empowers an increase in data-driven buying. The company's recent announcement MOU with Atlas Transit Solutions to collaborate on the development of high-efficiency off-grid digital plug-and-play modular unit will develop a new smart bus shelter that integrates new software as a service that enhances the commuter's experience while driving a new, unique, and proprietary product offering. The company's subsidiary, MetaRecycle Rhode Island Inc., continues to progress through the regulatory process for approval to construct a 48,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility expected to process 70 tons of medical waste per day. With approval and the completion of financing, the project should be operational by the end of 2021. So they had, I think, a 30-day threshold where they had to wait after their meeting. And I want to say that yesterday on the 14th was that 30-day threshold where they can actually get a vote and a ruling going at any day now between now and July. So that's something to keep an eye on if we're going to get anything from there. And then number 5, it says the company's subsidiary National Mechanical Group is taking steps towards the testing and preparation of UL certification for its patented glassless solar panels for commercial and government use. The approval for this new proprietary product should provide the company with licensing and partnership arrangements that would drive monetization of the unique company held. So if you haven't seen the original video that I talked about this company, they have the glassless solar panels, which are cheaper to make, which can be cheaper to to bring to market, which can drive more numbers and create more revenue on the back end. So those are some good things, guys, they have in the pipeline, and some things that you have to just kind of keep an eye out for. One thing to understand, these stocks right here, especially the penny stocks, is really any type of stock at these levels, when they have a lot of buzz coming out initially and people buy into them, and you're like, oh, they have this coming, this coming, this coming, and people probably tend to think it's all going to happen overnight, and that's couldn't be any further from the truth. It's going to take a while to get all these things going. So this thing is a kind of a longer term outcome, in my opinion. And initially myself, even, I swung it once and made a decent amount of money off, good percentage, and took some profits. And then I was expecting it to come right back up. Well, then, completely went the opposite way for me. So now it's time to make a decision. Do you want to keep it, or do you want to, average down? Do you want to hold it? So, currently right now I'm still holding, and then I'll talk more about my plan moving forward when we go down to the charts. But let me show you something on Twitter that kind of raises a little red flag for me, and then we'll dive into the charts. Okay, so this is from April 12th. It says, all we are working on is still on track, and we have no control of market trends with the stock and the OTC. We strive to get our projects built and operational as we multitask our way to build and grow value as a company, and those doubting have other motives. Okay, so that one there, not crazy concern, and not like, it kind of got my attention a little bit, but I want to read to you this next one that they came out and posted. It said, the stock is extremely attractive at these levels with all the ongoing projects and opportunities on the horizon. And that, to me, guys, when I saw that, I really kind of got very, very uneasy about, a company posting that, because for one thing, I do like the fact that you're kind of promoting your company, promoting the stock, but at the same time, I'm like, is that even ethical to kind of promote your stock and try to get people to? It's like you're trying to get people to buy into it, like, oh, this is extremely attractive. To me, that's a good way to potentially bring on some type of lawsuit in the future if the stock does not perform kind of what you're leading into. Okay, so that was something that really just kind of made me a little uneasy, in my opinion. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. So, and you see they have 34 comments, and a lot of them were not very positive to them. They were kind of like, what in the world are you doing? Your PR is not good. Release news. Don't tell me about the stock. Makes us look that you're just trying to pump your stock up, So that was kind of a pretty big turnoff for investors. But let's look at the stock, guys, and I'll tell you what my plan is moving forward, and hopefully give you a little bit of insight as well. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to bring in the overall market. We had a really, really nice run in the S&P 500. We hit new all-time highs yet again and actually busted through. So we are kind of pulling back because we're extremely overextended. So you can expect a pullback probably to continue today, maybe even to tomorrow. So just a heads up on there. So let's look at SNPW. All right, we did break trend, guys, and we're still on a downtrend. We broke trend at about 7.5 cents, and we've continued to come down. So our support is going to be, believe it or not, under a penny. Okay, 0.0007 of a cent. All right, right now we're kind of trading in between this channel. We are undervalued. Okay, so if you're looking to maybe swing this play, the Twitter page was not incorrect. This is attractive prices currently. So if you would get in and people come in and ride the price up to closer to like 6 or 7 cents, that would be a good swing play. We're going to have to bust above 7.5 cents to break trend. And we're going to have to hold closer to that 8 cent mark to hold trend. All right, and actually confirm that we are potentially in a new uptrend. So we're going to have to get some type of news in the future to, give confidence back to investors. So your choices are this, guys. If you're feeling uncomfortable, you can cut losses now, and you could always get back in because the price is very, very cheap. you could hold. If you don't have a large position, you can just hold. And if you want to average down, now's the time, a good time to start to average down. I wouldn't put my full position in because you don't know if it's going to continue to go lower. Maybe put a little bit more money into average down. If it falls down more, this is the very, very bottom of the fib level here. It should hopefully hold around that level if it does get there, so you can continue to average your position there. So myself, I'm going to hold at these levels and just kind of watch from the sideline to see what happens. Worst case, if it, if I miss out on buying more here, if it goes higher, I'm happy with that. And still at these levels, they're still really cheap. So if we get some good news, I don't have any problem buying even at the 7.5 to 13-cent level. But if you did buy at about the 10 to 13-cent level and you're kind of like, man, I don't like seeing, my numbers are so red, I don't like seeing myself down, then you can again average down a little bit to kind of get your cost average down. But that's your decision. You make that final decision at the end of the day, because it's your money and your portfolio. All right, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. Make sure that you smash the thumbs up button if you found value in today's video. And if you enjoy our content, of course, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. Other than that, guys, we'll catch you in the next video.